What's a good word, everyone? It's your boy DKB here. I just want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's been steadily growing, and the number you see below, you can drop a text, shoot a voicemail, any ideas, topics, collabs, etc. you guys want to see. I'll include them in future videos and live streams, and I'll catch you again. Be easy. What's a good word, Jets fans? It's your boy DKB here, and the news is officially in and confirmed this time per Adam Schefter and others among company. Darren Mougey, assistant general manager of the Broncos, formerly is going to be the next general manager for the New York Jets, pairing up with Aaron Glenn to be the two main figureheads for the new regime in Florham Park. And I couldn't be more excited. I already did a breakdown of Mougey before when he was marked along with Trey Brown as finalist with Lance Newmark for the position. And I've seen all the rumors over the last 24 hours that it looked official. So maybe it was the same kind of scenario with Aaron Glenn where he was going back to, speak with the Broncos, let them know kind of what's occurring. But there were sources out there that was saying Chris Johnson, Woody Johnson, they were locked in on figuring out who they really want to decide on. So maybe that wasn't the case whatsoever. Maybe it was they just wanted to be in lockstep on who they were in agreement with. But Schefter did share a bit of background info in that there was a connection here between Aaron Glenn and Mougey, where Mougey was in on the interviews for Aaron Glenn as potential head coach before Sean Payton got him. And now kind of the inverse feels like is happening, right? Aaron Glenn was a part of the committee that would have selected Mougey as the general manager for the New York Jets. So with all of that said, we could finally turn the page, although there's still plenty of important decisions to make before we even get into the roster, before we even get into the upcoming events like Senior Bowl and Shrine Bowl that I've been talking about. We need to figure out what we're going to do to build out the rest of our staff, right? You would imagine that with the announcement of Aaron Glenn having his first press conference Monday, you're going to see Mougey there as well, and we can get a real good idea of what the plan of attack is, although they haven't had much time to really figure things out. So we'll see what that looks and sounds like, but I'm more intrigued with still Aaron Glenn, who's going to be your defensive coordinator, who's going to be your offensive coordinator, and I'm even more intrigued with who's going to land in the position coach roles as well. So I'm looking forward to doing a full coaching staff breakdown. In Mougey's case, he needs to figure out who's going to be his left and right-hand man, right? Are we going to pull some more people from the Broncos structure? We'll have to dive into what some more of his connections look like, although he's been with the Broncos franchise for the last 12 years. So can he steal some other top executives bring with him? Or does he have a little bit more reach than maybe we are aware of, right? But Rex Hogan, Chad Alexander, no longer in the building. Will he retain Phil Savage? It may be a good idea just to have a little bit of continuity. Mougey obviously would have been preparing for these events like the Senior Bowl and such already, but now it's not just like you're duplicating the work with the New York Jets, right? You have to come in, you have to understand Aaron Glenn schematically, what he wants to do, player archetypes that he's looking for, and then still you're waiting for the coaching staff as well, right? Because the other question marks will be, will Aaron Glenn want to call plays? Will he be hands off? What is that whole ordeal going to look like? So ultimately, we're knocking pieces down bit by bit here, right? It took a while to get to this point, but now that we're here, we still have a pretty long road ahead of us, but we can at least start to dive into the backgrounds again, look at what we could predict based on educated guesses to happen. But I'm excited. On one hand, I know Mougey is young, but he's been a quick riser. He also seems like he's had a bit of a plan in place where he wasn't just looking to skip and take any promotion that came his way. He seems like a bit of a calculated person. So I like the idea of Mougey kind of always being in this position where he hasn't been with a franchise that necessarily has had a ton of negativity attached to it. He's been elite in his roles, and he's seen another example as well to pair with Glenn in his background of seeing a transformation in a franchise and being able to get back on the road ASAP, right? So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. New GM in the building for the New York Jets. I'll catch you guys again. Peace.